Hello guys, in today's video I am going to talk about Indian Evidence Act section 11 to section 16. In the previous video I have talked about starting from section 1 to section 10. So in this video I am going to talk about only section 11 to 16 and complete this chapter. So let's get started. Section 11 is basically talks about those facts which are not relevant, but if they satisfy these two conditions, it will become relevant. So what are these conditions? Let's see. If the fact which is not relevant is inconsistent with the fact in issue or relevant fact, it will become relevant. If that fact which is not relevant is highly probable or improbable with the existence and non-existence of fact in issue or relevant fact, it will also become relevant under section 11. So let's take an example of pillar of alibi. If an accused is facing a prosecution, he can take a defense that he was not present at a particular day, at a particular time, at that place. So the accused has to be proved that he was not present by showing the evidence related thereto. Section 12 and section 13 are not so important, but still we have to go through it. Section 12 is just talking about those facts which enable the court to determine the amount of damage. That fact will be relevant under section 12. Basically, this section applies in civil matter when there is a claim of damages. Section 13 is talk about those facts are relevant when right and custom is in question. Basically, when certain right and customs are in question, any fact which related to any transaction or any particular instance will be considered as relevant under section 13. It basically talks about the transaction of a certain fact or custom or ritual, and particular instance of that right and custom will be considered as relevant under section 13 in order to prove that the right and custom are existed. So section 14 is very important. It basically starts with the facts showing the existence of state of mind or body or bodily feeling. In this section, state of mind includes intention, knowledge, goodwill, negligence, restlessness, ill will, goodwill, and the evidence of these state of mind should not be given generally but should be given particularly, and this is what explanation 1 talks about. Second essential is the state of body, and the third is bodily feelings. Explanation 2 talks about if there is any previous commission of an offense is relevant, then that means the previous conviction will also be relevant. Let's take an example of state of mind. If there are two parties, A and B, A sold B a car that is stolen one, and we have to prove that B knows the fact that the car was a stolen one. So in order to prove that the car was a stolen one, we can also contend B also received certain other equipment from A in past, and that is quite enough to show the knowledge of B, which proves the fact of existence of state of mind of B. And 15 and 16 are also not so important, but these two are talking about the questions. If there is question in section 15 rise about a fact, whether it is done accidentally or intentionally, then we have to look about the series of similar occurrence. Let us take an example. If there are two parties, A and B, A gives an insurance to B in order to protect B's house from fire, but if we look at the series of similar occurrence, B is a person who misused the insurance and he has committed these kind of things. in the past as well. So in order to prove a fact that B is misusing the of insurance will be relevant under section 15. Section 16 is talking about when the question arises of a fact is done, then the course of business during which it is done naturally is relevant. This was all about this chapter. Next video will be a very important video that I'm going to make on admission and confession.